Hi, and glad you could join us for this week's edition of TOOP TV. Now today we have a look through some executive rentals with Susie. We head out to Flaxley and have a look at the most magnificent country property. And we also have in the studios with us today, joining us, Mr. Peter Veitch. He's in the Real Estate Institute of South Australia Hall of Fame, a very special guest. Now he'll be here to answer your questions and queries, so ring us now on 1800 TOOPY. It's been a really big week this week leading into Christmas with interest rate rises and a big report from RP data. So later in the program we look and speak to some of the hierarchy in RP data. Now, one of the first things we're looking at though is how do you find property?
The best way I find houses would be just researching it on the internet.
Going around through newspapers and on foot yourself, really looking at it. Well, I think you get a feel for a place, whereas on the internet it's all rather glossy.
Well, we mostly use the internet. Well, it's just convenient. You can set up your alerts, exactly what you want, and then you're not looking at lots of houses that aren't appropriate for you. And you can see the floor plans and everything, and so you know if it's actually worth inspecting or not. It saves you a lot of time.
I tend to read the newspaper, check on the internet, do that sort of thing, do my own research.
Well, a varied response there. But internet's coming through as being one of the big winners in where property is found, and of course the advertiser as well. Now, joining me here is the superstar, Mr. Peter Veitch. Hello, Peter.
Hello, Anthony.
Peter, just wanting to cover off a bit later in the program, we'll go into the interest rate hikes and a bit of background onto that with RP data. But in the meantime, what's happening out there in the streets of Adelaide?
It has been really busy. We've been flat strapped now for the last 3 or 4 months. Clearly the market's been firming, probably for the last 8 or 10 months. But just over the last 3 months in particular, which is really our spring period, we've seen good increases in prices, or firming in prices really, and much more improved activity, which is driving the whole market.
Now, 3 weeks to Christmas, and everyone must be getting really twitchy. What's the story for the owners? Can they sell?
Yes, they can. We've got probably another 2 or 3 weeks of active marketing. It's not as though things just slow down and close down over the Christmas New Year period.
Not like the old days.
Not like the old days. Clearly we rely a lot more on internet marketing during that period, so I guess we're asking our vendors to be prepared for private inspections right through the Christmas New Year period to take advantage of a firm market.
So what would you be telling our vendor at the moment?
Well, in terms of pricing, they do need to be aligned with the market. The market is strong, the inquiry is strong, but if the pricing is not right, then the property will still be there, probably in January, February of next year. So get the price right. Our vendors automatically have the presentation right, and the good thing is the buyers are out there, so we'll be getting as many through as we can.
Let's go out and see the streets behind the blinds.